So I encourage you to give a massive NCYLS welcome to my good buddy Patrick Maurer.
My name is Patrick, and I'm way psyched to be here for a variety of reasons. I attended the version of this conference, like Eric mentioned earlier, when I was in high school. I was in Group H. Your school said one person. One person. We want you to come to this conference. We want you to get the ideas, the tools, the resources that desire perhaps to come back and to do something. And the question is, do we seize this moment, or are we just blowing these opportunities? I think it's important that we think about these opportunities and how we choose to shape our time as leaders. And I think about a lot of us sort of live our lives these days. We go sort of through the motions. We're sort of existing. We say, hey, I'm not doing bad, and therefore I'm doing good. No, you're not doing anything. I think that we've got to kind of go and think about what we're doing. If we're going to be here at a leadership conference, we're going to go back to our communities, because a lot of us go and we spend our days commenting and complaining. It's easy to get on a Facebook thing and look at someone's status update and just do that, or join some group that has some funny name to it, and we make that our existence versus contributing and creating. What is our impact on this world going to go and be? A lot of people have mentioned the same dream that I had as a kid, and that was quite simply to be a superhero. I want to point out that I'm the dude in the cape. This is me in a Batman t-shirt. So like, I really wanted to be a superhero. Like, I was all about that, like, I'm gonna go do this. The sad thing though is that soon after that photo was taken, I think is when I sort of gave up on it. Because people started saying, well, you can't be Batman, like, do you have $1 million? No, you know. You can't be a superhero, you can't possibly do any of this stuff. And so instead of going and like saving up and trying to go and do that, like my priority became like me. The focus was not external anymore, it was much more internal. What can I get for myself? And so I let my passion become about things. I'm going to acquire this stuff, and if your passion is just about materialistic deals, like when the going gets tough, you're going to lose the drive, the hope for it. And I think that we've got to go. We've got to engage a purpose within our lives. I think it's a matter of us embracing some of these things again, some of these things that we had in childhood when we did want to go out and make that impact. I was chaperoning a group of students just a few years ago down on a trip to Magic Mountain. And we got to the end of the day and we were going to go to the gift shop, and I bought myself my cape. And I decided I was going to wear it. So I tossed on my cape, and the last 45 minutes or so wearing Magic Mountain, walk around in cape. We took some fun photos, like, oh look, I'm flying, you know? And I feel this tug on my cape. And I look over and down. And then it was like this 3-year-old boy looking up at me. And he says, hi, Superman. And I look back at my buddy Brett, because the last time I looked in the mirror, I was not the man of steel, more like a man of jello, you know? And so what do I do? So I looked back at the kid and I said, hello. And he says, thank you for being Superman. Bye. And he runs off to his home, and I go, you're welcome. Be good. And I thought about it a little bit more, and I'm like, maybe it's this cape. Like, we have the chance to put on these capes. We put on these capes when we walk around with a shirt that says leadership on it. We can engage us. We put on these capes when we go and we find ways to serve soup to the star. We put on these capes when we go. We pick up our parks and make them places where families can kind of go and celebrate. We put on these capes when we make our campuses communities where people care. We put on these capes when we say, you know what, I'm going to go and I want to have purpose within my life. I want to live out some passion, and I know that's going to be tough, but I'm going to find a way to persevere. We put on these capes when we can say at a conference, yes, I'm going to say that I'm outstanding because that is what I hope to be, and that is what I hope to make my world. That is our task. That